It's 5 weeks today. Let's get started. Miss Baxter. No. Here we go. Miss Baxter got out the box with pieces of wood. She put. Oh, what? Oh, didn't know that. What? Okay. It was Monday morning. The children and Miss Baxter were reading their books. Stop reading now and look at me, said Miss Baxter. How do you say that? Shanaz didn't want to stop reading. She was reading a story about a pet mouse that got lost in a supermarket. It was a funny story that made her laugh. We're having a craft fair next week, said Miss Baxter. What's a craft fair? Asked Mary Kent. We're going to make things and sell them in school, said Miss Baxter. Everyone is going to start moon classes. They're too little at diner to Shanaz and her best friend Mandy talked about what they could make. I want to make a wooden car, like one I made for the wheels. Topic, said Mandy. Nice. Okay, here it is. Why don't you? How do you say this? Hi guys, how do you say this?
Knit something.
There.
No, there.
You
there.
knit.
Knit.
Silent K.
Knit.
You want to knit something? Said Mrs. Kelly. Their favorite dinner. Lady, I love knitting.
Yeah, knitting.
Can you knit? Yes, a bit, said Miss Shanaz. I've knitted 3 scarves for my sister. Teddy Bear out has lost them. That afternoon, Miss Baxter got out bits of material. They were spotted bits, strips, and pink and purple bits. There was even a bit of silver stars on. Barry Kent said he'd make a magician puppet with that bit. Miss Baxter got out the box with pieces of wood.
Puno na oras, wala pa sila bulaylay. Tayo na sa Jamia.
Tools
pa?
and
Ay, pagtawag na.
glue. Last of all, she pulled out a plastic tray with
Ganito lang kayo sa
knitting
loob ng
needles
mag-aaman.
and
Ako naman, pag ganitong oras na makahiga na ako, nanonood na ako ng
and
pahinga sa
different
cellphone.
sizes and color. I put these things on
Ganito
the
lang kayo
table. You
gawin
can
niyo.
choose which table you want to go.
Paano naman yung telepono to, ate?
Don't all go at once. Most children
Sure ba?
wanted to use all material they didn't want to knit. It's hard to knit things, said Barry Kent. But Shanna's wanted the knit. She wanted to knit a mouse. Like one in her storybook, she found a ball of bright pink wool. You can have a pink wool mouse, and said Mandy. Mice can be any color in our story, said Shanna slowly. She made 10 stitch on her knitting needles. Then she stopped and looked at the picture of the mouse in her book. The mouse in the picture had a round head. Shanna's could only knit squares, so her pink mouse had head. She made the ears out of felt. They were long and thin. Then she made a face for the mouse out of buttons. It looked all right when she sewed it together, but where am I?
When? But when
she tried to knit the body, it went all wrong. Shanna's went to Miss Baxter for help. I think you'd better start on the body again, Shanna said Miss Baxter. Shanna started again, but the stitches was tangled. It's all wrong, said Shanna. You could just knit a head popping out of a hole, said Mandy.
Galing na, daig pa ang...
How do you knit a hole? Said Shanna. I could knit a little sleeping bag for the mouse. I know how to knit a scarf. I can knit scarf, fold it in half. Then it will be a little sleeping bag. She got some bright yellow wool from the plastic tray. Miss Baxter was very busy trying to help the children. Read book if
Scratching the patoy-toy.
What happened?
I can see from here.
Okay,
Go.
Read a book if you're waiting for help.
Help.
She told everyone, put your work
Itchy, your patoy-toy?
on the craft table when you finished.
What
What's
happened?
wrong? There's rat inside.
Huh?
There
What's
is a
that?
rat.
I will wash your lubot, huh, after that.
No, may uti.
Oh, okay, yalla.
Shanna's looked at Barry Kent and said, well then, it must be a squink. It's a squink, square and pink. Sound Barry Kent wiggling around. Everyone laughed. They wanted to have a look at the squink. In the morning, Miss Baxter set things out on craft table and said, right, I'd like you to make labels for your work. I'd like to make labels your work. Mrs. Moon is going to bring her class in to see what you made.
Galing. Yeah. Kibasa rin si Daddy.
Shana's like Mrs. Moon. She was always kind and never told you off. Shana's wanted to write her label neatly so Mrs. Moon could read it. I'm not sure how to spell squink. She said it's not in the word book. I know, said Mandy. Get square and pink and cross out the bits you don't need. Mrs. Moon came in with the little ones. They looked a bit scared at first. Come on in, Miss Baxter. You can stand round the table and look at the things we've made. You can buy them out the craft fair next week, said Mrs. Moon.
Mga kwenti ate, ganyan din.
Hindi.
Tap kaya siya.
Children, children, said Mrs. Moon. In her kind voice, only one squink in 26 of you. The bell went for dinner. Mrs. Moon took a little ones back to class. Peace and quiet at last, said Barry Kent. Well, I don't think you can knit. 26 squink for next week, Shanna said Miss Baxter. 25 Barry Kent said, we've already got one, Miss Baxter. We wasn't listening. She was thinking.
Mas magaling pa nga siya sa kuya niya magpasa eh.
Miss Kelly, the dinner lady, her head round the door. Time to wash your hands, she said. She smiled at Shana's. Did you need something yesterday, Shana's? Can you need Mrs. Kelly? Need Mrs. Kelly? Asked Miss Baxter. Mrs. Kelly is very good at knitting, said Shanna. Can you have a word with your later, Mrs. Kelly? Said Miss Baxter. When the children arrived in class the next morning, Mrs. Kelly was sitting by Miss Baxter's table. She had 2 big bags full of pink and yellow wool. Mrs. Kelly is ready at meeting, said Mrs. Baxter. She's going to help us make lots of squinks. You can all make one, not me, said Barry Kent. I can't knit. I'll show you, said Shanna. Come on and sit down with my Mandy. Shanna's will show you how to knit. Barry said, Miss Baxter, we're going to a special swing stall at the craft.
Oh. Come on, almost done.
Fair.
Almost done, baby. You can do it.
Last page na.
Last page na.
In the end, Barry Kent knitted yellow sleeping bags That was good, she said sadness. Where were the springs? I'm tired now, said Barry. It's hard. Work meetings, springs, come on now, Miss Baxter said, or we'll never have them ready in time.
15 minutes.